Um, there's so many really I could say that wow, this milestone. But I think it was my very, very first award because I remember when I started doing music, I never did music to be famous or for anything like that. You know, for us when we started ministry, it was all about God and how many people you can touch. I just wanted to be heard, you know, and I bless God. I think I'm the only artist in this country who has never been upcoming. My very first song just, you know, went wild. And I remember very well my first nomination in the Buzzed in his awards. You understand? It wasn't even gospel.
First nomination was a win.
Yeah, wow. The Buzzed in his awards.
Yes,
you understand? It was not even gospel. It was mainstream. And me, when I was starting my career, I told God, please send me to the people that don't even believe. I want to touch those people for you. You know, so getting that nomination alone, not even winning the award, but getting the nomination alone, you know, being a gospel artist, and then you're nominated mainstream, you understand, that was a turning point for me. And I really, really bless God for that. And I didn't even think I would win the award. To my surprise,
double win.
I got it. You know,
nomination.
Actually, Ganja Man was nominated for best song and best video.
Wow,
you understand?
Incredible.
So to me, that was a huge blessing and a sign that God is saying it's time to move, sending you out there. The United States, yeah, because I remember when my pastor then. Man, I think he's the most traveled pastor I know, you know. So he used to come back and tell us stories of, you know, how he, the people he encountered, the blessings he got and all that. And in my heart, there was this burning desire, like, oh man, about how does America look like? You know, maybe someday when I land there, I don't know what will happen, but...
Kiss the ground.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but I remember very well when we landed in Dallas, my very first time, because my very first time going to America, we were actually going to Daystar TV, the biggest Christian television station in America. You understand? So when I landed, the ground was the same, the sky was the same. You know, the
Surely
difference.
The roads were better.
The difference is, infrastructure is better.
Yes.
You know, but there was nothing really, really different. After actually 2 weeks, I was like, no, I want to go back home.
2 weeks, you're homesick already?
Yeah. So it's just a blessing that God can, you know, get you from nothing, put you somewhere, and use you and take you to places where you only saw and dreamt of ever going. And you are in the moment, and it's deja vu, and you're like, wow, I am here. I think it's Psalms. Psalms is a book of a warrior. Psalms is a book of encouragement. Psalms is a book that will speak to you in every situation. You understand? But the verse I love most in the Bible is actually the verse God gave me after 40 days of fasting and water when I was starting my ministry.
You fasted for 40 days?
Yes.
Incredible.
I wanted something different. You know, I used to look at our superstars, the gospel superstars of my time, you understand, and like an artist, when you look at, there was nothing to be really, really admired about them, you understand. When we all stepped out as artists, gospel artists looked a certain type of way, you understand. Even to the mainstream artists, they would look at us and say, these guys are funny, you know. So I wanted something really, really, really different. And I remember God told me, if you want me to use you exceptionally, you have to seek me exceptionally.
Indeed.
That is what took me to fasting. And when I did 40 days, after the 40 days is when God gave me Ganja Man.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the verse is Exodus chapter 3 verses 8, which says, this day I take you out of the land of the Egyptian, out of the land of your oppressor. And this day I take you to the land that flows with milk and honey, the land I promised your forefathers. And in this land, you will suffer no more. When God pulls you out of the dungeons, there is nothing to admire about them, nothing completely. You just want to forget that life and pull out everybody you can pull out and move. Because The times we lived on the streets, they were really, really dangerous. At least every other day there would be killings. Me, I saw one of our peer, the boys that were bigger than us, the kids that I went with on the street that we lived together. One had just gotten like two pieces of bread buns. You understand? And the bigger peer came and said, that is not yours, it is mine. You give it to me. Whatever you bring, you give me, and I share with you. So when the boy told him, I'm hungry, I can't give this to you, he stabbed him to death while we all watched. You understand? So you didn't know even if you would wake up the following day.
Yes.
You understand? So when God pulled me out of that place, there was nothing to admire about that place. There was nothing to reminisce.
It was bye-bye.
You understand? I just wanted to pull out everybody I could and show them God and say, look at what the Lord has done.
Wow. Yeah. For your next performance, you can't even sit for this. I'm pretty sure
It's a crazy one, yeah?
Oh, let's get into that. But it's been amazing, Exodus.
God bless my
God
brother.
bless you.
Amen. Amen.
Wow.